Hello and good morning. My name is John Barley and welcome back for episode 7 here in Brazil on the South Brazilian map by Eric Isaac Agro Mods. You've seen in the last episode that I bought a new seeder and as it turns out, as it's always in life, there is something new on the market which suits my needs much better than the thing I bought before. I already talked to Gonzalez, the shop owner, and asked him about if he would take my Wetterstedt seeder back because I basically recently just bought it, but he said, well, because I mentioned it, that there is not something new I wanted to try out, or which I wanted not to try out, really buy, and he said, well, yes, of course, I mean, if I'm willing to buy something new, why should he reject that from me? And also the fact that this seeder is basically unused will give him the opportunity to easily sell it again. So I should just drop by and bring the seeder over to him. So what happened so far since the last episode? I did 2 baling contracts. One paid out 12,000 euros, the other one paid out 13,000 euros, and the money went into paying off something of my loan. So I will now just take a look, and I think, yes, this is ready for collection. So this is something we will do during the day, get this collected and ship it over to the biogas plant in order, well, to sell it at the biogas plant and make silage out of it, or it is already silage, so selling the silage actually. But first we will now go to the shop and buy our new seeder, which I have in mind, and sell off our old seeder and also our old planters, because the new piece of equipment which is on the market is built so it does all crop types, or root crops, or corn crops, so basically everything, which is rather handy for us because our crops which we have here, black beans, rice, and sorghum, these all require different types of seeding. Some do require planting, the other ones require seeding, and it's rather handy to have a seeder planter which does both. So I will go down to the shop and I will see you in a short while down at the shop. See you later. Welcome back. I'm at the shop. I had a quick chat with Gonzalez. So he's very happy to take back the seeder from me, which I just bought. I mean, it's basically brand new. And of course he will not give me all my money back. He will just pay an adequate price for it, and that's fine with me. Absolutely, I can live with that, because I will then still have my I will get what I want, my new seeder planter, and yeah, well, that's good for me, and I'm happy about that. So just selling this planter, repair it first. Sell 45,000. And now selling the seeder. Repair, yeah, 0.6 hours. It's basically brand new. 66,000, so I just made 10,000 of loss on it, but that's okay. Something which Gonzalez told me is this truck over here. This belongs to a local farmer who wants to get rid of it and get a new one, the Phoenix truck, just like I have it. And he's just willing to pay good money for my Phoenix truck because Tatra at the moment has very long lead times on new trucks, and he needs the new truck ASAP and is willing to, well, exchange this or give me this in exchange, and I will also get a little bit of extra money for it. This is a V8 engine, very nice. 375 horsepower, if I recall it correctly. So he just made that offer to me that I can get this in exchange for my truck and also get some extra money on it. I will think about this. Also, what's going to happen today, we will make a comparison of lime spreaders. We have this wonderful Stara Hercules 10,000. This is a mod by Centro. So we will compare this one to the Breda K165 over here, standard in-game equipment, and to the Lizard MVU8, which we still have at our farm. But now I am going to buy my new seeder, which is this one here, the Lizard SSM Full 4115. As you can see, it does everything. Also fertilizer. It requires 225 horsepower to pull. My tractor has 210 horsepower, so it should work. There's actually an attacher which goes with it, which is this one. All right. Purchased, and maybe you already asked yourself it, and I will have an answer for you right now. I will go back to the shop menu. The question is, will I do precision farming? And the answer is, as you can tell, here's the Isaria Scout, the soil sampler. I will only lease it, doesn't make sense to buy it at that moment. So the answer to your question is yes, we will do precision farming here as well. So, yeah, that's the latest news for the moment. So, what I'm going to do now is hook this up and forward it. This is also a very nice feature of this one, which I think is the fact that it's 7 meters wide, which is quite rather nice, and that you can transport it like that with the attacher. I think excuse me for that, something went wrong with the controller. Whatever was I about to say? Yes, what I like about this is the way that you can transport it like I'm doing here right now. I think there are other seeders which are also quite wide. I don't know if there's 3 or 4 meters. Of course, they are not as wide as this one. This is a 7-meter one, which is quite wide. But the fact that you can transport it like that, like we're doing here with the extra wheels on it, is quite nice. And it does all root crops, all crop types. It does fertilizer, and it is a direct drill. So many advantages compared to the 2 units I had before. Wider additional fertilizer and direct drill, all very good features for this one. Also, what happened was a community service for me, is this road, if you want to call it like that, over here. Quite bumpy, but it is actually a shortcut for me to and from my farm. This was done by the city. I talked to Gonzalez about it, and he thought this was quite a nice idea, also for the farmers who own these two fields here. Now we don't need to go through the city to get to and from our fields, and yeah, this is a rather handy situation. Also, what I intend to do next is plant again sorghum and corn on my two fields over here, and then harvest it with a forage harvester, an actual forage harvester, just to see if well, the forage harvesting I did before, maybe I did something wrong. I drove over a lot of plants, and so just to make sure that I did everything right, I will replant and reseed with corn and sorghum these two fields, and do another quick test for silage. And also I want to make more silage to get more money, obviously. So speaking about silage, I think this is the first thing I'm going to do now. I will grab the John Deere collector, which I showed you in the last episode, and I will collect the silage which is in my silage bunker, and I will then go to and sell it to the biogas plant. And in this occasion, maybe I will just leave the Tetra at the dealership, just go and try out the Lizard truck which is there, and maybe I will me and Gonzalez will make big business together. I mean, he will have the advantage of having another happy customer, so another customer who needs that new truck will be my Phoenix truck will be happy, and I will be happy because I made some money in selling the Phoenix truck and get another truck which can probably do the work around here as well as any other truck too. So I will build this pipe and start collecting the silage here. Just grab the Phoenix and with the trailer so that I can put the silage in there, and I will bring you back in once the first load is ready and on the way to the biogas plant. So see you in a bit. for it. I'm back at the shop. I'm already back with my load number 3 actually. Yeah, I need to give this back to Gonzalez. It is a very, very nice mod. This is the Lizard LK Series Brazil by Cola Borges Zebel 3D. Very nicely made, very cheap. I mean, it's you get two versions. You get the 3-axle version and the twin-axle version. So the LK SLK, and this is 26,000, 21,000, and this in the configuration I have it right now with the extra colors. I mean, this would be 28,000 to buy, and giving back my Tatra will give me 87,000. So I'm looking at a 60,000 euro or dollar. We are working on dollars here. Dollar profit, but it's still with this. What's the engine I put in? I put the strongest engine in, 441, 375 horsepower. Still too weak to get around here on the Brazilian hillsides. Nevertheless, very, very nice mod, but I think it's better suited for flatter maps, or if you're working with it here in Brazil, if you have your farm, for example, placed somewhere around here where you are already on the flat ground. I'm quite sure it will do you a good service, but well, not for me actually. I mean, I made good money with the sale of the cotton, which then gave me the opportunity to buy this semi-truck here, the Phoenix, Tatra Phoenix, and yeah, I will for now stick with it because it works so good for me. It has enough power to go up the hill, four-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive, so much better, or not better, but better suited for my use here in the. This was close. Yeah, taking a short look at the clock, it's already 10 to 1. It's getting later and later during the day. So I will now well, sell off this load here. So as I said, this is load number 3. It's not completely full, but there is only a balance of 20,000 and something liters back in the silo. This is a 40,000 liter trailer, so the next load will completely empty my bunker silo, and then we will start doing our precision farming. And now that you already know that I have precision farming, because that's why I avoided to go in the menu in the beginning of this video. And now take a look at the sales price of the silage. Oh, it's giving me $900 per 1,000 liters. So for the 114,000, it's at least 100,000 euros payout during this night. So this is quite nice, and this is also the reason why I sell the 2 smaller fields on my farm will definitely continue to be silage fields, or fields with corn or sorghum, which will be better in the end, and I will make silage out of it because this will give me really fast and easy money. This one here, the John Deere 3765 collector, works quite nice, but the bunker silo at my farm is too narrow. So for my future collection, I will use, or I'm going to use the Lizard. Where is it? Here, the milling machine, 5,000 to buy. I think I can already buy this right now, but I don't have a connection here to transport it with my truck right now. So I think after doing the soil sampling on the rice fields, right, I will buy it when I done this, because then I will give back the soil sampler, and I will do this at the shop, and at the same time I will then collect this milling machine for future collection. I think this will work much better in my silo. So I will collect my last load and then bring all my stuff to the rice field, and I will start soil sampling there. So see you in a minute. So, welcome back. I just finished soil sampling here on the rice fields. And I will now just go over there. As you can see, I already brought the lime spreaders here. You also saw that I did soil sampling on my maps, on my fields near the farm. I will now get the lime spreaders on these fields and prepare everything for the test we're about to do with the lime spreaders, and I will bring you back in when the test is ready to go off. So see you in a second. Hello, welcome back. I just realized I really need to wash my Bührer when I get back to the shop. It's pretty dirty, but nevertheless, we are ready for our lime spreader test, but first we are going to have a look at our soil types. Well, we are quite lucky with this field. We have a lot of silty clay, a lot of loam, quite a bit of sandy loam, and only a small piece of loamy sand on our rice fields. And over here also very lot of loam, which is quite good. Silty clay over here, and only small bits here of loamy sand, and here lots of sandy loam. Basically the worst soil type is loamy sand, because it's mainly sand with a little bit of loam in it. Loam is very fertile soil. It's the best thing you can have, actually. If you have sandy loam, this is loam with a little bit of sand. It's still more loam than sand, which is also quite nice and quite good. But if you have loamy sand, it's sand, mainly sand with a little bit of loam. And you don't need to be a real-life farmer to know that sand in itself is not something that will be growing very much on. Just imagine a desert in your head. It's sand. And if you imagine a desert in your head, do you have a trees and palms and green in your mind? No, you just have a very deserted, marooned landscape, and that's why. And that's simply the thing. Nothing grows in sand. So loamy sand is simply something we don't want, but we are quite lucky here. So just switching on the help menu, the help window, because now we will apply lime to our fields. No, we will keep the automatic rate. I mean, it now varies a little bit based on the soil type, but nevertheless we will do a little testing here. So we just switch it on, and we will do exactly one tour. So this is the Stara Hercules 10,000 liters of lime in it, and it has a spread width of 24 meters. We will do exactly one line here, and then we will just see how many lime we used. We will go exactly to the point where I cannot go any further, which is right here. Switch it off, and now we started with 10,000 liters, and now we have 7,970 liters left. Next up, speaking about the pure price performance ratio, I could do this for the Stara right now. So the Stara has a sales price of $13,554, 10,000 liters capacity, and 24 meters working width. If I divide the 10,000 liters by the sales price of 13,554 euros with 10,000 liters, we will get a €1.36 per liter. No, $1.36 is still dollars. Here we are working with dollars per liter. And if I divide the sales price with the working width in millimeters, so 13,554 divided by 24,000, we get 56 cents per millimeters of working width for the Stara, which will end up in a average of 96 cents per liter volume and millimeters of working width. So next up, we will go on with our Bredal lime spreader. This one has, in this configuration with the white spreading unit, a sales price of 57,000 euros. 15,600 liters capacity, 18 meters working width. Same way of evaluating the sales price, just like I just explained with the Stara. This will end up in $4.48 per liter volume and meter working width, so a quite expensive one to go. So we also started with 10,000 liters, and now we have 9,388 liters left. So this was quite smart, John. Really good. Nevertheless, now just going back to the last of our lime spreaders we will evaluate today. This is the Lizard MVU8. Nice airtime. This is incredibly cheap, 7,350 euros to buy, 11,000 liters of capacity, 20 meters of spread width. But as I said in another video before, it is quite well. You can really tell that it's an older model. The tires are bending outside under the weight, which is a nice feature to animate. It looks really nice, but it tells you it is quite an older lime spreader to work with. But on the other hand, it is incredibly cheap. I mean, with the same evaluation method, we will end up with 51 cents per liter volume and meter of spread width. And there we go. And we started here with 11,000 liters and still have 10,087 liters left. So I will do a quick math and come back to you in a second. So here I am again. This Lizard MVU8 has used, in this one strip we did, 913 liters of lime. Of course, it can be related to the different soil types. Now with precision farming, this used to be better once the spreading unit only spread a certain amount, a regular or a continuous amount of lime. I mean, I could have set the application rate to manual and just decided what application rate I would choose, but I still want to do a harvest and growth on these fields. So my intention is definitely to not over applicate the lime on this field, so that's why I did not do that. Nevertheless, for the one strip of 20 meters we used 913 liters of lime, and it has a price performance ratio of 51 cents per liter volume and millimeter of working width, so quite a good piece of kit if you can ignore the fact that it is quite an older one and has a limited feature. I mean, this Bredal, for example, has a steering axle, and yeah, it's simply a more modern and more new lime spreader, but they basically do the same job as well as this older one. So if you can live with the older one, this is a very good lime spreader for you to go. This is by FSSA Modding Team, and yeah, so this is the one with the best price performance ratio for today's evaluation. Next on our list is the Stara over there. The Stara used 2,030 liters of lime on the run, but once more, especially with the silty clay which the lime is spreaded on over there, I think this is used due to the soil type, and not especially to the equipment itself. So yeah, due to the soil type, not the equipment itself, the Stara has a price performance ratio of 96 cents per liter volume and millimeters of spread width, so quite good, quite a nice looking piece of equipment over there. And the last one is the Bührer right here next to me. This used only 612 liters of lime on the go, but it's also the narrowest one with only 12 meters of spread. So basically you need to double that amount to have the same spread width like the Stara, which has 24 meters. Nevertheless, this would, even if you do 2 rows with the Bührer, you only end up at 1,200 liters of lime. But it's still the most expensive of the equipment in this test today. It is $4.48 price performance ratio per liter volume and millimeter of spread width. And I would say this is everything for today. I will now complete liming of these fields here, and then I will call it a day, because as you can see we are already approaching 7 o'clock in the 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it is about to get dark really soon, and once we lose the light, it doesn't make much sense to continue filming. But I will release another episode really shortly. You will see I will film the through the night time lapse, showing you how much money I made of selling my silage, that's the word, selling my silage at the BGA. I will give you this information and I will show it to you, and then I will make another episode in 2 days. Today for me in real life is December the 23rd, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I would like to wish to you and yours a very lovely and relaxing Christmas in this challenging year 2020. As I said, I will do another episode next week, so before New Year's Eve, so I will give you my best wishes for the next year then. So until then, as I just said, I wish you a Merry Christmas, and that's it, I think, for today's episode. Next episode we will seed our rice on this field here. Yeah, and we will just see what else can be done until then. Yeah, that's it for episode 7 of the South Brazilian map experience Let's Play. Leave a like, leave a comment, or leave both. Don't drive when you're screwed, because if you don't do, we will see us in the next episode. Until then, bye bye.